Hello and welcome to the KS1 Maths Workshop. The aims of this workshop are for parents of children in Key Stage 1 to understand how maths is taught here at Highwood, signposting the direction of age-related expectations in Key Stage 1, understand how you can help your child at home, understand the maths language used in teaching in Key Stage 1, and to have an overview of what our maths lessons on a day-to-day basis looks like. At Highwood, we use the White Rose Hub, which helps us to plan all of our small steps, and we use a mastery flow within all of our lessons. Our teaching is part of the show aspect, arithmetic is do, reasoning is think, probing questions is our explain, and the rich and sophisticated tasks are our solve. This will be explained deeper on the next slide. Throughout each lesson, children will work with adults, which will help to identify misconceptions along each stage of our mastery flow. This will then be able to be addressed throughout to ensure that the children have a deep understanding of each topic being taught. Our mastery flow is split into 5 different stages: the show, do, think, explain, and solve. During the show stage, the teacher will introduce a new learning objective that has been taken from the national curriculum. During this, they will use practical resources, they will talk to each other, they will do partner work, and they will verbalise their understanding. Once this is completed, all the children will move on to the do section. This is where varied fluency happens. They will explore questions that are only taught about the objective. Once that is successful, the children will move on to the think questions. This is often focused on the children's reasoning skills. These are often worded problems. In the explain section of our mastery flow, the children have to explain, convince, or justify their answers to show that they understand the task. Furthermore, the children will move into the solve section of our mastery flow. These are questions and problems that explore multiple different objectives from the national curriculum. They may not have a clear starting point, and the children need to problem solve to find an answer. Often, they do not have one answer. In Key Stage 1, our teachers will take our children on a journey through the concrete, pictorial, and abstract approach in maths. The pupils are introduced to a new mathematical concept through the use of concrete resources. This would be a physical object the children can hold, for example, Deans. When they're comfortable solving the problems with the physical aids, they will be given different problems using pictorial representations. So for example, the Deans that they were holding will now be in picture format. Once the adults are confident that the children are able to do the pictorial side, they will go into the abstract area, where they will solve the same problems on the same national curriculum objective, but they will be using numbers or symbols to solve these questions. In Year 1, all the children will complete around 15 to 20 minutes of mental math skills per day. We follow the NCETM Mastering Number Programme, which builds on the children's prior knowledge from F2. The programme helps the children to make number patterns, which they will use throughout their time at Highwood. The focus will include things like substituting numbers to 10, making number bonds to 10, how many more to make, different representations of the same number. I've attached the link to the bottom if you'd like to read more around the Mastering Number programme. In Year 2, the children also participate in around 15 to 20 minutes of mental math skills. In Year 2, we focus more on our times tables, where by the end of Year 2, the children should be confident in the 2s, 5s and 10s. To support their children in learning their times tables, they are given a booklet that correlates with the times table they are learning in class. Each booklet introduces a new fact, and they are repetitive to ensure that the children can obtain a secure understanding of their times tables. They are taught through step counting, which you can see at the bottom of the slide, where each time the children chant all the way to 12 times, a card gets hidden, and they repeat the process until all 12 are hidden. They will also learn their times tables through chanting, videos, and different types of games. On our website, we have the age-related expectations for the Year 1 children and the Year 2 children. Head over to Curriculum, Maths, and all of the documents can be found here. I'm now going to share what a typical Key Stage 1 Highwood maths lesson looks like, and we're going to start with the Year 1 autumn term because it differs slightly to help with the transition from F2. The children will complete some very basic sheets with the do's and the thinks, as you can see on the slide now. From the spring term, Year 1 move into the same process as the Year 2s and the rest of the school, where every single lesson starts with a flashback 4. This is often completed in their books as a starter activity before the start of a lesson. It covers a current topic, previous topics, and something that the children are yet to be taught. We have a big emphasis on vocabulary across our school in maths, and this is seen on all of the children's worksheets. Whatever the learning objective is, there will be some vocabulary that matches that, using pictorial representations for the children to understand what each one means. Each day, we will pick one of our words and we will discuss what the meaning of it is and how we can use it in the correct context. All the children receive the same sheets for maths. Their starter sheet has their flashback 4 on, with the learning objective and the vocabulary for that lesson. They will also have an arithmetic starter. This starts for year 1 in the spring term, but year 2 will start this in the autumn term. As you can see, all the children will have a slip of do's, a slip of thinks, and a slip of explain questions. In year 2, we begin to push the children onto the solve questions, and it varies on how many questions are in each lesson, depending on how the teacher would like to move the children forward. Over the next couple of slides, it is the mathematical language that the children will be using during place value, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For help at home with year 1 children, it can be all about exposure to numbers and how they can use the 4 operations in the real world. Can they talk about numbers, the importance of learning their number bonds, and even going on to numbots to support with this. As always, it is always beneficial and helpful if they can learn to tell the time. Supporting at home for a year 2 child. Times table practice is really beneficial because, as we've said previously, by the end of year 2 the children are expected to be confident in their 2s, their 5s and their 10 times table. Can they recall their number bonds up to 20 and start exploring different numbers up to 100? Can they use the 4 operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division in the real world? Have they regular access to times table rockstars or numbox? And can they tell the time? As an additional, on our website we have introduced some home learning activities because we're no longer doing SumDog this year. If you go onto the curriculum area and maths and then click on the appropriate year group, you'll see a little tab that says Year Home Learning. In this there will be some booklets that the children can complete that correlate with the learning that they are doing in school.